welcome to Chance Harbor. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I just have Chance Harbor on my mind where I live tonight. We've got a really dark, stormy night here. And I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Right now I have pellets, ice pellets slamming off the windows. Heavy rain. And the wind here is crazy. The house has been like rocking and rolling all night. I was out in it earlier. Went to the city this evening to help a friend out. I got wet. And I was like a drowned rat and very hungry when I got home. And it was very late. And I'm not used to going out in the evening. But a friend of mine took me out to look at Christmas lights on the way home. I had my cameras with me. So I got some pictures of the Christmas lights. That means a lot to me to be able to do that. Because I live rural, for those of you that don't know. And I don't get out to the city very often, let alone after dark. So that was a real treat for me. So anyway, I went and got cleaned up, and here I am, 12 o'clock at night, washing my hair, and I said I got to get one reading in here tonight for Aries. So welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes, by the way. I am Natalie. I'm an empath, and I'm also an intuitive card reader. And I am here this evening to do a general, stress general, okay? It may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. You may get bits of it, you may get nothing, you may get all of it. But these are general readings. The cards are what they are when they come up. I don't fudge the cards. I let them lay. I don't mess around with tarot. When it's got something to say, it says it. It says it quite loudly and quite clearly. I just relay the cards, and then I listen for my guides to send me any exterior messages other than that, and then I pass them on. Sometimes my messages don't jive up at 100% with the card in particular. And when that happens, I go with what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling and what I'm hearing. Okay, so having said that, I normally would have a smudge of sweetgrass and sage up, but I'm out of all that now. We're into winter. So, but what I do have, I'll just hold it here so you can see the name. It's an intuitive candle. And it does exactly what the name says. It really heightens your intuition, gives you a sense of clarity, cleans out the energies, leaving only good energies, we hope. There we go. And this is an intuitive candle. And they can be found at intuitivecandles.com. They're a soy-based candle, so there's nothing harmful in them when they burn. They smell beautiful. Intuitive candles have just about every scent you could probably think of, and they would have it. So these make wonderful gifts at Christmas time or any time of the year, really. But the thing is, you know, if you were to give this is my plug for them. If you were to give this as a gift, I'm going to get to the reading, right to it, just a minute. Inside is another gift, hidden and buried within the wax. So when the wax melts enough to clear, you look inside, you see a piece of tin foil wrapped around something. You fish that out in the safest, best way that you can and open it up. And it reveals stones, amulets, gems. I have had the pleasure of revealing two from two different candles. My first one was Fundy Breeze. Of course I would pick that. It was given to me by the owner and creators of the intuitive candles. She brought it out to say thank you for all the free readings that I do. I didn't even know she was local. What's your address? I thought she was going to send me something in the mail, you know. And there she was at my door. She's a member of Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook as well. Please join us there if you haven't already. Anyways, and she brought a satchel full of just about everything you could think of. And she told me pick whatever one you want. And when I seen Fundy Breeze, I grabbed it, because it goes with Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and I live right on the Bay of Fundy, right out here in my backyard. So the very first gift that I revealed that was hidden in the wax is this beautiful little gem here. It's called a aventurine. Yes, it's beautiful. You touch, it's wonderful. It's great for the third eye, for intuition. The list, it goes on and on and on, what it's good for. The second one was just the other night. I won a contest through them that I've forgotten that I even entered. And I can't get my tiger because he's way over there and I'm not going to reach for him. But I won this beautiful wooden sculpture of two tigers, a full-grown one and then a baby one on this tree. It's all carved. Anyway, this is what the reveal gave me, and you guys can't see that, and I don't want to fuss to take it off. But it's what they call a rose quartz, or some people call it a pink, but it's a rose. And then it has sterling silver that spirals up around it. Goes from the bottom to the top. This is good for broken hearts, grieving hearts, mourning hearts, going through severe changes, or even if you've been through trauma. It brings peace to the heart. These are wonderful, wonderful things. Go check out their website. They're on Facebook as well under Intuitive Candles, or you can go to www.intuitivecandles.com. So let's get into this. This is a reading for Aries. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I've cleansed them, freshened up the vibrations and the energies. Asked for protection, a dome of white, pure light and love over this property, this house, and every living being that lives within it. Please keep us protected by your love. And we ask the Masters of the Universe, Masters of the Natural World Order, and Spirit Guides to please bring forth any messages that are out there for the sign of Aries for this general reading, January 2017. Please bring us any messages that you may have. And I hope we get really good cards. I hope for this every reading. I'll say people are liking the readings that are done so far, but I'm not real happy with them. I like to, I'm not living in lollipops and raindrops and everything golden. I'm a realist, about the most realistic person you probably would know if you knew me. But having said that, I realize that the negativity that's in the world, I don't think about it or ponder on it, but I deal with it when it comes up. I think that's very important. But I always try to get positive readings. But if a distasteful or uncomfortable card comes up, I have to read it. It's real life. It's the way it goes. And tarot also, while I'm shuffling, I'll say, isn't here to change your life. It doesn't tell you what to do. What it does, it brings to your awareness things that are going on around you. It may try to nudge you in the proper direction, but it won't change your life. It won't get you a job. It won't make you a millionaire. It won't do any of that. It has no control over your life. But it sure can be eye-opening at times. Messages for Aries, please. January 2017, general reading. Please remember this is general reading. I can't stress it enough. If I know you or you know me, I'm not talking directly to you. I don't think of any of my friends and the signs they are when I'm doing the readings. I don't think about anybody. I think about you, the viewers out there. There's thousands of you out there, and I think about you guys is what I do. And on who the cards are speaking to. This is it. All right. Glasses. Let's get this show on the road. Sorry about the hold up, guys. 8 minutes in, for heaven's sakes. All right. Okay, first card that I pulled for you, Aries, for January, general reading 2017. I pulled the High Priest, and he's all about wisdom. Second card, in your wealth and finance sector, the Nine of Pentacles. It's all about gratitude. Pentacles almost always represent exciting things, good things. Usually they represent money, of course. There's all kinds of other things that goes by. And the third card, in your house of, not your house, but your placement of love. Anything to do with the heart and love in the humans in your life in any way, shape, or form. I pulled the Ace of Wands, and it represents growth. Fourth card that I pulled is your challenges for January, Aries, and it's the Two of Cups. It's about partnership. And cups always represent emotions and water signs. There's challenges. And the fifth and final card, oh, that's a nice one. In your message from Spirit, and it's the Magician, and he's all about manifesting. He's a handsome guy. Look at him. He's just magnificent. Take note of the table there. All four suits of the tarot are represented on that table in front of him. We'll get into that a bit later. So at the end, for those of you that are new to the channel, I pull one significator at the very end from my deck of tarot. All right? And we do that last, once all the messages have been exhausted within this reading. All right, so the High Priest, he represents wisdom, another magnificent looking man. Look at him. You see how his hand is outstretched? What that's representing is he's here to teach you, to lead you, to guide you. It's about teaching and learning. And his hand is reached out and saying, take mine. He stands between the realm, the portal of the realm between Earth and the other side. So he stands there right on the cusp of it. Okay, so I'll just say what the keywords for this card are about: education and traditions and beliefs as well. It also represents ceremonies. It represents unity, such as in marriage, unity in values, unity in even respecting certain authorities. The advice is to this card. He wants you to listen to your inner wisdom. When you're able to tap into that, it will guide you to new educational paths for some of you, or a new belief, or a new teacher. As I said, he stands between the portal, between the realm of the divine and of mortal man, and his right hand is always extended, and he's offering wisdom and knowledge to you. Right now, I'm hearing to say for some of you, that is, if you're looking at learning, and you know what, some of you are learning right now, and you haven't even asked for it, but you've taken on something new, because that's where the energies are within this overall reading as well. Is a thirst for knowledge, a hunger for knowledge. There's something new that some of you are starting in on. This is a really good time for anything where you learn, anything to do with education even. It also represents the unity for some of you of two people. But so there's two of you drawn together. That shouldn't be in a perfect world. Is there such a thing? No, there's not. But there's two people from very different backgrounds right now. There's two people. It's either you, Aries, or it's somebody else. But there's two people being brought together. The forces are there's an energy pushing both without question. I'm hearing without question. And they're getting closer. So that you getting closer, that somebody's coming closer to you, or you're gravitating toward each other. But there's a big problem for whoever this message is meant for. There's I'm hearing background difference and traditional differences. You come from completely separate. You couldn't be any more different than you already are. And maybe that's where the attraction comes from. That magnet that's drawing you together is because you're opposites. And what's the old saying? Opposites attract. And in this case, it's very, very true. It looks problematic. It looks unsurmountable. But you can't fight this off, and neither can you. You're just both, I don't know what else to tell you. You're being drawn together, even though logically you're aware that you're telling yourself, and so's the other person, this can never work. What's happening here? What's going on? I know better. They know better. That's what you're thinking, but you can't help it. You're like a child following a Pied Piper, almost, and it's the same for them. Get your overall energy, Aries. What the heck is that all about? Okay, so the next one in your wealth and your finance sector is the Nine of Pentacles, and Pentacles is a good spot for that to fall in. Pentacles, as I said, they represent money. This one's all about gratitude. Never forget to take the time out of your day to always express gratitude to the universe and the higher powers. Never, never, never forget. The advice of this card: devote time and money to your personal interests and your home life as well. Appreciate the good things around you right now. Spirits are saying yes to appreciate the drive. Okay, that's what I got. I don't know what that means. Appreciate the drive. And I don't think it's driving in a car. I'm feeling like what I'm hearing is what drives you, what has driven you to get to where you are right now. You need to say thank you for wherever that came from. There's something planted that in you at one time, so you can't take 100% credit for that. Something started it. something was planted within you to have that kind of drive to get you where you are in your life right now. And in the beginning, you were very grateful and you expressed gratitude. But we tend to forget sometimes when we go down the road a little bit, and we have to give ourselves a shake. And it's almost scary to think, I haven't even thought about all the challenges and the trials I had to go through to get here, and somehow I got through it, and I knew I didn't get through it alone. And I've always looked up at the sky and said, thank you for helping me, because somebody has. And you haven't done that in a while. Now's the time. Make up for lost time. Your keywords are luxury and leisure, home, abundance, that's a wonderful word, independence, and generosity. Leisure and luxury and elegance, gardens, home, self. Make your space comfortable and be relaxed. This is your time to make your world your comfort spot, and when you're financially in the situation right now to be able to do that. Do some home improvements. Put in a new garden or expand a garden. Maybe you've always had just a vegetable garden. Why don't you put some flower beds in? This kind of a thing to add more. You know, you've got yin. You want more yin in your life. Maybe you want to change where your front door faces, right? And to face the east is a real good spot. East, southeast, and around there are really good areas where your entryway. So, you know, a feng shui has a smooth, clear entry to come into your home and your life. Anything you can Google feng shui to see what it's all about, do so. You might find it quite interesting. You may be surprised and find that there's some things that you've been doing all along that you didn't know that were really good as far as feng shui went. I've always cornered my furniture. I never have anything square flat up against a wall. It's always in a corner somewhere with a lamp behind it to eliminate in this kind of a thing, and that's a good thing for feng shui. That's something I've done. But right now, you don't even need to pinch the pennies. You don't really have to balance your books. You're feeling quite creative. That's another thing with the pentacles. You become quite creative, and you have the means to do all of this stuff. And if you're feeling generous, don't hesitate. Go ahead and be generous with those people that you feel compelled to be generous with. Enjoy your leisure time right now as well. Enjoy your time at home. This is a period of abundance for most of you. Okay, I got tea on the go. Excuse me. Oh, no, I don't. I drank it all. I don't even remember. I've had a long, crazy day. I can barely talk. This is not a good thing. Okay, so in the placement of your hearth in your home, in your heart, and the humans in your life, anywhere where there's love or interaction, you got the Ace of Wands, and aces are always the beginning of something new. Wands are all about practical things. Again, your home, gardens, this kind of a thing, those are practical things. You know, your job, your money, they're all practical things. So there's some new growth coming in for you. And it's just wonderful. I'm going to get my book out on this one. You can see that. Ace of Wands. And it's about growth. Where is my book? I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for my book. So you don't plan these things out at all. Okay. Ace of Wands. Aces are represented by number 1, and that's why they're always about new things, new beginnings, new trails being set. So with the Ace of Wands, the meaning is growth. You're crowned with success under the influence of this creative ace to new projects, work, ideas, and travel plans will take off now. You're able to communicate well now, to share your vision and persuade others to get on side. If you've been wondering if your plans will succeed, this card tells you yes. How's that? Listening to your intuition will also strengthen your spiritual beliefs. An additional meaning to fertility and pregnancy as well, and beginning a new journey or a new adventure. The advice of this card is now is the time you need to step into your power. You need to start inventing and talking and creating. Whatever you say now is going to be well received. So it's a real good time to approach people if you need help or agreement with something or some advice. Now's the time to do that. Approach whoever you feel comfortable approaching. You'll know who to go to. You're going to be using your intuition on that. The keywords are beginnings and intuition, adventures, ideas, creativity, success, and fertility. And that's a great card. And to have it fall, you know, where it's at as well. I see all the people in your life right now. You're in a really, this is a really good reading so far, Aries. Your people in your life, there's this wave that's kind of, it's like a loose, beautiful, luminescent ribbon. It's kind of intertwining in your life, in your home, and the people that are around you. For some reason, everybody, even those that you wouldn't normally get along with, are getting along markedly a little bit better. That's for the most difficult people in your life. Arguments and debates, differences of opinions, oppositions are minimalized right now. So this is a good thing. This is for the people in your life. This is your family, your extended family, children, relatives, the guy that works and pumps your gas at the corner store, you know, the places that you frequent, everything. And you're feeling good. I'm feeling that very strong. I'm feeling the heat off the car. You're feeling really good inside right now about your life and where you are at the moment. This is a good thing. This is a beautiful reading so far. In your challenges, in your challenges for January 2017, Aries, you got the Two of Cups. It's all about partnership. Partnership. This card is a predictor of love and equality and a meeting of the hearts and of the minds. And right now, this is going to benefit all your relationships. There is also some of you, oh, you're going to have, yeah, I'm hearing it. All right. Some of you are getting into a personal relationship, a romantic interest. Words like commitment, promises, commitment and promises is what I'm hearing. And somebody's sitting on the fence and they've got cold feet, which is you, Aries. You're sitting on the fence and you're thinking, do I want to or do I not? Should I stay or should I go? Just like the song. Some relationships right now you might be hitting, for some of you, a few rough spots. Some of you are feeling a little pressure to take it to the next level. This is also a card of karma and love and healing. So maybe one or two of you have been hurt in the past. That's why you're shying away from committing. You've been hurt with that person that you're wondering about. Do you take it to the next level? Do you take that second chance? You've hit rough spots in the past, but you got through them. Yes, that's true. I see two of you walking away. Not from each other, two separate people, two separate Aries. You're making the decision to. I see one of you turning and walking away without looking back. And the other one is slowly stepping away, but they keep looking back, and they keep looking back, and they take a few steps, and they keep looking back because they're not sure. They're afraid of what they're letting go. They're afraid of not having a future that they thought they were going to have and then didn't think they were going to have and aren't believing that they're going to have at this point. But there's a little what if hanging off the back of your brain going, but what if? What if it does turn out wonderful if you stick it out? What if it doesn't? And some of you are fixed on, there's your challenges, relationship challenges for January. So the very last card, the fifth card in this five-card Oceanic Tarot spread, and your message from Spirit is the Magician, and he's all about manifestation. And he asks, when he comes up, Aries, he's asking you, what is it you can make happen? You have the power. And he's, look, see his hand is open? He's welcoming you to the tools of the trade. So we have in front of him, we have the cups, which represent water signs, and they're all about emotions and love. And then that golden stick that's there, there's your wands, or staves, are all about practical things. And then there's the swords, and the swords are all about what's going on inside your head. For some, it's having to make decisions, and you've got decisions that you have to make. And the rest, you're pondering, and you're picking things apart and peeling away the layers, trying to understand something. And then you have the deniers, or the coins, which represent money. All right, so all the things are there. The tools are there. He's telling you, help yourself. They're at your disposal. He's a very wise guy, too. I mean a wise man. Not a wise guy, but a man. He's also known as the commander of the deep. As I said, he asks, what can you make happen? Right now, he has shown up to tell you that the conditions are perfect and the time is right to take any action. You have, to use any talent you may have or resources at your disposal so that you can attract what it is you want. Anything from business enterprises to relationships. You are in the creative flow right now of life. Isn't that nice? That is wonderful. So much can come out of that. It seems like just a simple statement, but if you're in the creative flow of life, that's amazing. I know what it means. I don't know if you know what it means, but I know what it means. And it's amazing. It's like having a day where anything can happen. Anything wonderful and anything good. Everything is coming with ease. There's no real effort behind anything at this point. Right now, some of you are feeling very full of energy and very upbeat. When this card appears as well, communications are speeding up, going very quickly. But we got Mercury in the middle of retrograde right now. I think until January 7th or 8th. I'm not sure. I didn't check. But it's around there. I don't... You still... Okay, here's what can happen. Communications with somebody's flowing very... There's no barriers. You can feel the wide open space. There's nothing to stop this beautiful communication that you have going with somebody about something or other. But don't forget, Mercury is in the middle of retrograde. It does slow down our thought process. Slows down all kinds of things, but our thought process gets slowed down. That's why when the swords come up like that, and we're picking things apart, we're peeling away the layers, we're trying to understand things, we're trying to make decisions, it's kind of nice that we get slowed down, that Mercury does that to us, so we don't get overwhelmed with everything coming at us at once. But having said all that, if you're feeling an open line of communication with somebody and you're really, really getting off on that, keep in mind about Mercury. Make sure that you're extremely clear in your words and in your meanings to the other person. And go at them in a roundabout way where you're not repeating yourself and they don't feel like you're dumbing things down for them or repeating for that. But there's other ways to get the feedback that they do understand where you're coming from. You're on the same page. So, okay, and also at this time, the advice of this card is to take action now. And when you do, as long as you do it intelligently, don't go on a whim. Don't go out in left field. Use your intelligence. And anything you start, you will find success in the end with it. Your keywords are new enterprises and communications, energy, money, travel, and support. And that, Aries, with your 5-card spread. Let's get right into the significator. That was a good reading. I don't think that was bad at all. In your face here and there a little bit, but that's the way the cards are. They don't piss around, do they? They come out and then they got something to say. They say it. So again, all right. Spirit guides, masters of the universe and masters of the natural world order. Please bring us one significator card to represent this 5-card Oceanic Tarot spread. For this general monthly reading, the sign of Aries for January 2017. One significator for this 5-card spread. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoops. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boys, I don't know if you guys can hear that storming out there. The wind's coming out of the east-southeast. I'm right on the water here, and I wanted to open my window a bit because the temperature's going up. I'm a fresh air freak. And the wind took my pip. It's a wonder it didn't rip it right off the hinges when I opened it. It's one of those push-out windows. Big one. 3 big ones right here. Like I'm surprised. It just ripped it right open. It's a dark, stormy night. Of all those good movies and good books, it was a dark, stormy night. That's what it is here. I think it's spooky here sometimes. I have a 3/4 mile beach right here, and way up at the other end, there's a 300-year-old graveyard. Yeah, sometimes I think I see things when I look over there. And they were all the original descendants and ancestors that are buried there. It's very small. Very, very small graveyard. A lot of babies were born there. I guess a lot of babies died 300 years ago. The history here is very rich. Okay, give me that one significator. It better not be the King of Swords. There's a whole story behind that. Please don't be the King of Swords when I flip you over. Oh, thank you. What I got was the 4 of Swords. I have to look that up because I'm not sure if there is a reversal on that. I have to check. 4 swords. Remember I said about swords, all the stuff going on up here, right? Blue. These are color coded. 7. 4 swords. There is no reversal. Wonderful. Okay, the Lord of Truce marks a period where we are able to rest and to recover. Right off, I'm going right back to the card. Which one was it? It said about you taking advantage of being home. Enjoy being home. Be grateful for being home. Some of you, it's showing here, you've gone through a difficult time in your life, and now is your time. Now is a wonderful time for you. It will appear after trauma, the breakdown of a relationship, a troublesome and worrying time financially, or an operation, or a major illness. So Tarot is saying some of you out there have gone through these things after trauma, breaking up a relationship, a troublesome and worrying time money-wise, an operation, or maybe even a major illness. And I'm feeling right now this is the recoup. For those of you that have been through this is recovery. This is a recoup period. You're going to recuperate. And you're able to do that, finally. Some of you are going to be going, finally. I'm just so, finally, I need this so badly. And it feels good. I'm getting a real good vibe off of that. For some of you, this is going to make the world a difference for who you are, where you are in your life right now. Excellent reading. It's full of stuff, good meaty stuff, kind of busy. An overload, I think, if I had to go back and just remember off the top of my head. I think there was almost too much stuff. But it's all inward, what you're putting out there and what you're pulling forward to bring out and put out there. I'm feeling that very strongly as well. So Aries, that was your reading. For January, I'll be back in 2 weeks to do the mid-months for January as well, 2017. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to all my subscribers. YouTube's been going all fluky. I heard through one of the other readers that YouTube's messing around with the algorithms. That's all our viewers' time and our subscriber count, comments, and this and that thing. Finding videos. Some of the videos are being harder to find. Some people looking for their sign. They can't find their sign. This kind of thing. But I know the way it's messed me up. My subscriber base hasn't moved in like 2 weeks. It's just frozen there. And that's not normal. And I knew right off some. Anyway, that's been going on. See, it's Mercury. It messes up with stuff like that. I'm not too worried about it. But anyways, Thank you for any new subscribers that have joined as well. Please join me on Bay of Fundy Fortunes as well. And anybody new to YouTube or new to the channel, hit that little red subscription button right down below there. And you'll be notified every time Bay of Fundy Fortunes posts anything new through your email. You'll get a notification. Also, if you like this reading and you would like a personal reading meant just for you, read the description box below this video window. Everything is in there. Then you can ship me off an email because I do offer that service. Having said all that, I'm going to stop, and for those of you celebrating the New Year, for us here, it's January 1st. I know Chinese New Year's a little bit later. But anyways, the very, very best in 2017 to every one of you. That's my heartfelt wish. Heartfelt wish for all of you viewing this video. That life just becomes more simpler, easier, not so hard on the damn head every day. In any hard times that come at us, we can handle them. Let us laugh in the face of fear, no more, and in the face of evil, no more. Because at the end of the day, we are who we are. We're born alone. We die alone. How we choose to everything in between is our own choice. But we can choose to be happy or choose to be miserable. For the most part, it's not hard. And most of all, be a good person. That's the easiest thing. It's a lot easier to be a good person than it is to be not a good person. Anyway, mwah. Happy New Year to you, and hope to see you back here in 2 weeks. Thank you very much for stopping by and spending this time with me at Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Goodbye and good night.